Hey friends, it's Deanna here, and today we are going to be sewing up the hwachun tunic. It's a pretty cool tunic. It goes from high to low on the sides, the hem, and like not the high-low, like high front, low back, but a sideways cut. So it's pretty neat. It's a different design, so it's bound to stand out, and it's pretty cool. And not the best part of the whole thing is that it's super easy to put together. Literally the hardest part of this pattern is cutting it out, and that's because you just have to lay out the big piece. But other than that, it is so easy. So we're gonna do it together, and it is so exciting. Before I get started though, let me remind you about our fun fan giveaway of $50 Ellie and Matt gift certificate, and we give $50 every month. So all you have to do to be entered for it is to subscribe to our channel if you haven't, and then comment below and let us know anything you want to let us know, really. Just comment below, let us hear you, and you will be entered for a giveaway. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so I already cut out my pattern. Again, it's the hwachun tunic. And it has been cut out, and I'm using this like really cool pattern. It's like a Mary Poppins inspired pattern. So this is gonna be like a really cool standout dress. But here I have my front, and these are my shoulders, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab my back and meet it right in front of it. You can either put your back and then put the front on top of it, or either way, you're just going to meet the shoulders right sides together. I am using a double brush poly, but any fabric with some stretch will do. This is a looser fit dress, so that means that it has to have a good stretch, but it doesn't have to be super stretchy. Some fabrics like French terry would work with it as well. That have a stretch, but they're not like, double brush poly is just super stretchy, which is really nice. I love the I was gonna say texture, but it's not really a texture. It's the what do you call it? I love the whatever that's called. I just do, whatever. If you know what it's called, let me know below. We're gonna go ahead and sew the shoulders. So I'm using my serger, but if you don't have a serger, don't panic. You can use your sewing machine. That is just fine. I use my serger because I feel like sergers are so easy. And that's how I learned to sew on knits on my serger. So that's why I do it on my serger. I feel like it's easier for me to do it with a knit. So I'm using a serger, but if you're using a sewing machine, what I will do is grab a piece of our whatever fabric you're using for this project, and then go ahead and put a zigzag stitch on it, or some kind of stretch stitch, zigzag, lightning stitch, lightning bolt stitch, whatever kind of stretch stitch your sewing machine has. And then one at a time, kind of test out their stretch and see how good of a stretch it gives you. And if it works good for your fabric or not, and you want to pick the one that works best for the fabric that you're using. So yes, here's my shoulder seams are on, and literally we are almost done. Okay, so now we're gonna grab I'm opening my arm side. Here's my shoulder, here's my neck inside, here's my arm sides. This is where my arm is gonna go. I'm gonna fold my arm in half, my sleeve in half, and I am going to find this top where my top is, and I just usually like cut a little knot just so I know where it is, but you can just pin it or whatever you want to do. Match that half right at the shoulder seam, and we're going to go right sides together along the edge, pinning as you go or clipping as you go. Do you use pins or clips? I use pins. Not because I don't like clips, just because I have pins. So if I ever run out of pins, I do throw them away occasionally. Like if one gets bent or something, or really dull, I throw it away. So eventually, at one point in my life, I will run out of pins, and then maybe I'll move on to clips. Anyway, so now that I've pinned it, you see, I've pinned and you have to just kind of stretch it just a little bit to fit the curve of the shoulder. And knits are great for that. You don't see on a woven pattern, you kind of have to gather it at the top and fix it because it's not gonna fit correctly if you don't do a certain way. With knits, you know, if you give it a little bit of a stretch, it will fit correctly. It's so much easier. And some people say woven patterns are easier than knit patterns. I sometimes think that knit can be a little bit easier because it's more forgiving, but that's just personal choice. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sew this one up, and I'll sew the next one up as well, and then the other sleeve, I mean, and then we'll move on and we will be almost done. All right, once you finish sewing them on, you want to make sure that you cut every piece of the fabric and you don't have any holes. You want to steam the seam all going the same way to give it a nice even look. And my sleeves are on. Now we're going to go ahead and place our dress together. We're going to close it up. So we're going to match up right here at the armpit seam. And it's right sides together, or are honestly almost done. We just, after we sew the sides, we need neck and hem, and we'll be done. So I'm matching up the raw edges. This is my sleeve raw edge. And you're gonna do this for both sides. Okay, and like I said, the hardest part of this dress is actually cutting it out. Because it's such a big piece, you cut it in, when I cut it, I cut one piece and then the next piece. So it's cut mirrored. So you have to make sure that you cut the second piece mirrored to the first piece, and you don't forget and just cut them both the same way. And sometimes that's something I have a hard time remembering. I am a little bit dyslexic, so it kind of messes me up, as I'm trying to figure out in my mind, okay, what did I do? Did I put it the right way? But this was actually pretty easy. So, yeah, it wasn't too bad. Like I said, I'm just meeting those two raw edges, the sides and right sides together. And this is the long point. As you can see, that's why it's so long. And we're going to go all the way up the side and around the sleeve. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. The other side is shorter because it's where it comes higher on the leg. So that will be the other side. So I'm gonna finish pinning this all the way down and sew those two sides together. And then we're gonna move on to do our neck band, and we'll be done. We'll just have to hem and we'll be done. Once you sew those sides together, always make sure that you gave them the correct seam allowance and that you did not miss any spots. Sometimes you are going fast and you forget and you kind of slide it to the side and then end up giving it not the right seam allowance, or end up making it come apart and anything. Anyway, so here's my dress put together already. Now we're gonna move on to our neckline, our neckband. I have my neckband right here. I'm gonna fold it in half, wrong sides together. And I'm going to steam on the fold to give it a memory crease before we sew it on the round. Now we're gonna open it up and we're going to find the raw edges, the short raw edges. See? And we're gonna sew those raw edges. Make sure it's folded right and not twisted or anything. All right. Now we're gonna grab it and we're gonna open it up and fold it wrong sides together where we made that memory crease. And it's nice to do the memory crease before, that way when you fold it, it's easy, when it's on the round, it's easy to fold, see? And we can go ahead and steam it again, just for good measure. So I'm gonna pin where that seam is in the back. We're gonna fold that seam and go to the front, and that's gonna be our half. And I do a little notch. It's just a tiny little mark to tell me where, in case my pin falls or my fabric moves, I still know where the half is. I'm gonna meet the front and the back and go to the sides, and those are my quarters, and I'm gonna do the same thing, a little notch. My scissors are getting very, very dull. And so sometimes it just wants to like take a little, like it doesn't even take the fabric off, it just comes like, so it gives it like a tears the fabric, I guess that's what it would be. I'm gonna turn, I usually put the neckband on with my dress right side out. So I'm turning my dress right side out. Right side out. I wish I had some like cool Mary Jane's, like, or like a Mary Poppins style boot or, all right, we're going to the front. And I'm going to grab my shoulder seams together, put my shoulder seams together, go to the front, and that's gonna be my half, my front half. Shoulder seams together again and go to the back, and that's gonna be my back one. And then I'm gonna meet my front and my back together. Front and back together. And I'm gonna go to one side, okay? And that's gonna be my quarter. Now, you never go by your shoulder seams to be your quarters, your sides of your neckband. If you do that, then you're gonna be quite a bit off. On this one, I have like almost 2 inches on the side. So if I do that, then I'll have like a very tight front and a very loose back, and it will not fit correctly. Your neckband will not fit correctly. So you always need to make sure that you're quartering your neckband. Right sides together. I'm gonna attach my band, right sides together, raw edges up at the top, matching where you made those marks. So I'm pinning right where I made those marks on my dress, pinning them together. Okay, as you can see right there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sew it. This is how I sew my bands. I always face my bands up so I can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna place it in there, take my first pin off. I'm gonna go with my first quarter is. I use my ring finger and my thumb, and I hold my fabric right there. I hold my fabric, and then I use my middle finger and my index, and I make sure that my fabric and my neckband are even. And then with this other these 2 fingers, I hold it in place, higher up. So one right here, my quarter, one higher up, and I use this hand to move my fabric where I need to go or to fix it, and I go. Then I stop at my quarter point and do it over again. Same thing. Make sure I grab at the right spot, and then I keep going for the next couple of quarters, and I go all the way down. So let's finish that up. All right. Neckband is done. You want to look at it and make sure that you caught everything and you didn't leave any holes or anything like that. You don't want any holes on your neckband. And then you're going to go ahead and steam. And what I do is sometimes I turn it inside out. Make sure I steam my band the right side, right way, the whole way around. I want my seam facing down. So I go all the way around and steam it really, really nicely. So that it sits nicely on my dress. And our dress is basically done. All I need to do is hem. I know that hemming can be a little bit scary, but I would not be scared. You just go, fold a 1/2 inch. And then when you get on this corner, if you need to, this is what I'll do. This is my sharp corner that goes down. I go up towards the tuppy toe, if you can see all the way to the top, and pin my 1/2 inch. And then I grab my other side. So as you can see, that's folded up. I'm going to fold it on top, kind of like so. And that makes a point right there. You see that? So then when I'm hemming it, I will go from this side where the folding is over. I'll go straight, shoot, and stop right there and then go up. Let me show you that corner, how I did it. I just folded it down straight and then I folded it right on top. I'm sorry, my cutting skills were horrible because I cut with scissors on the ground. I didn't do my rotary cutter because it was a big pattern piece. I don't have a mat big enough to cut the whole thing, so I just laid it out and cut it with scissors. And when I cut with scissors, it's not as great as when it's done with rotary cutters. So I'm gonna continue to steam 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to hem. And you can hem by using double needle, zigzag stitch. If you have a cover stitch, I have a cover stitch, so I'll just be doing cover stitch. When you get to this other side is more straight, so you can just keep going straight all the way, straight through. See that? This is my other seam of my other side. So I just went straight through. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me know if you have any questions below. I'm gonna finish hemming this. I'm going to give you, take a picture of it so you can see what it looks like once it's finished. I hope you love this pattern as much as I do. Give me any comments. If you're not part of our Facebook or our Instagram page, please come join us. We wanna see what you're making. We want you to see what we're making. So you can see all the new patterns coming out and everything. And you can be part of all our giveaways and stuff we've got going on. Don't forget to comment, like, share with your friends so that they can sew with us. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time with a steam. Yes. Bye.